guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kanisha Williams of the Kanisha is Dope AuthorTube / BookTube channel, and today I wanted to talk to you about a challenge I am doing for February. As you may already know, February is Black History Month, and for that I will be doing the Blackathon challenge, which was created by Books and Bowties, and I'll have a link to the information about the challenge and how you can join the challenge as well. So there are two different tracks to the challenge, and if you know me, I'm doing the Team SFF challenge. SFF stands for Science Fiction and Fantasy. For the SFF team, there are some themes and inspirations that we are going to go by. So the first one is Janelle Monae, and that is reading an LGBTQIA science fiction or fantasy book with a Black protagonist. For that, I'm reading The Deep by River Solomon. It is currently, as of today, $1.99 on Amazon if you buy the ebook for your Kindle. It was one of the NPR's best books of 2019, and the synopsis is this. The water-breathing descendants of African slave women tossed aboard have built their own underwater society and must reclaim the memories of their past to shape their future in this brilliantly imaginative novella inspired by the Hugo Award-nominated song The Deep from Daveed Diggs' rap group. Yetu holds the memories for her people, water-dwelling descendants of pregnant African slave women thrown aboard by slave owners who live idyllic lives in the deep. Their past, too traumatic to be remembered regularly, is forgotten by everyone, save one, the historian. This demanding role has been bestowed on Yetu. Yetu remembers for everyone, and the memories, painful and wonderful, traumatic and terrible and miraculous, are destroying her. And so she flees to the surface, escaping the memories, the expectations, and the responsibilities, and discovers a world her people left behind long ago. Yetu will learn more than she ever expected about her own past and about the future of her people. If they are all to survive, they'll need to reclaim the memories, reclaim their identity, and own who they really are. So that is my first book for Blackathon that I will be reading. The second one I'll be reading, the theme and inspiration is Nnedi Okorafor for the inspiration, and the theme is to read a work of Afrofuturism centering a complex and advanced society. For that, I will be reading War Girls by Toki Onyebuchi. Hopefully I said his name correctly. Here's the synopsis. Two sisters are torn apart by war and must fight their way back to each other in a futuristic Black Panther-inspired Nigeria. The year is 2172. Climate change and nuclear disasters have rendered much of Earth unlivable. Only the lucky ones have escaped to space colonies in the sky. In a war-torn Nigeria, battles are fought using flying deadly mechs, and soldiers are outfitted with bionic limbs and artificial organs meant to protect them from the harsh, radiation-heavy climate. Across the nation, as the years-long civil war wages on, survival becomes the only way of life. Two sisters, Onyi and Ife, dream of more. Their lives have been marked by violence and political unrest. Still, they dream of peace, of hope, of a future together, and they're willing to fight an entire war to get there. And that is the War Girls. The third inspiration and theme is, the inspiration is David F. Walker, and the theme is a science fiction or fantasy comic or graphic novel by a Black author with a Black protagonist. For that, I am reading The Black Mage by Daniel Barnes and DJ Kirkland. The synopsis for The Black Mage is this. When St. Ivory Academy, a historically white wizarding school, opens its doors to its first ever Black student, everyone believes that the wizarding community is finally taking its first crucial steps towards inclusivity. Or is it? When Tom Token, the beneficiary of the school's Magical Minority Initiative, begins uncovering weird clues and receiving creepy texts on his phone, he and his friend Lindsay stumble into a conspiracy that dates all the way back to the American Civil War and could cost Tom his very soul. Theme is a science fiction and fantasy book with a cunning and ambitious Black protagonist, and the inspiration for that is Dhonielle Clayton. For this one, I'm reading The Good Luck Girls by Charlotte Nicole Davis. The country of Arcata calls them good luck girls. They know their luck is anything but. Sold to a welcome house as children and branded with curse markings, trapped in a life they would have never chosen. When Clementine accidentally kills a man, the girls risk a dangerous escape and harrowing journey to find freedom, justice, and revenge in a country that wants them to have none of those things. Pursued by Arquetta's most vicious and powerful forces, both human and inhuman, their only hope lies in a bedtime story passed from one good-luck girl to another, a story that only the youngest or most desperate would ever believe. It's going to take more than luck for them to survive. So there's also a Blackathon Instagram challenge taking place February 15th through the 21st, and I think I'll also be participating in that, so you can check me out on Instagram at Kanisha is Dope. So each day you're supposed to put up a different image. Day 1 is mirror image, where you recreate a cover or an homage to a book cover. Day 2 is slept on, a book no one talks about. Day 3, call and response, a community recommendation. Day 4 is Black Boy Joy, a lighthearted comfort read. Day 5 is Black Girl Magic, a science fiction or fantasy with a Black female protagonist. Day 6 is Pose, a Black LGBTIA author or character. Day 7 is My Kitchen, a book covering Black mental health or disability. So check me out here on YouTube and on Instagram for Blackathon. But before you go, I wanted to throw out some more recommendations for the David F. Walker portion, which is a science fiction or fantasy graphic novel or comic, because I have a ton. So I have some that I have not read yet and some that I have read. So I'm going to hold them up and show them to you just in case you're not in the comic and graphic novel space and you want some recommendations. I'll also have recommendations for other science fiction and fantasy books down below. Okay, so let's start with Sorghum and Spear. This is by Dedrin Sneed, and the lead artist is Timothy Gathers. So we have Far Sector by N.K. Jemisin. Mind to Avenge by Robert Jeffrey. This is a great series. We have a steampunk series, The Invention of E.J. Whitaker by the Gibbs sisters. Malice and Ovenland, Story and Art by Micheline Hess. And you should really follow her on Facebook. She does great comics and art and gives us a taste almost every day of something new and awesome. Then we have the Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer series by David Crownson and Cortland Ellis. I have 1 and 2 here. We have Black. This was the Kickstarter edition. I was a Kickstarter supporter of this graphic novel as well. And by Ose Yefo and Smith. I hope I'm saying the names right. Then we have Marassa, a space opera adventure series, and I love this. I've read 1 and 2. I actually have a signed version of 1, and I have also the Kickstarter version. This is written by Greg Anderson, LSA, who I love, because here's another one by Greg Anderson, LSA, The Gentleman, which is a cosmic horror graphic novel with a bisexual male protagonist. You don't see that often, which is like amazing in its own voices. Housing, and this was put together by Jacques Niam, and he got some really great artists and writers together for this collection. Kindred by Octavia Butler, and the art is by John Jennings, and the graphic novel adaptation is by Damian Duffy. This is amazing. Making sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so Niobe, She Is Life. You may have heard about this. This also was on Kickstarter, but I got this at New York Comic Con, and Amanda Stenberg is one of the writers along with Sebastian A. Jones, and the artist is Ashley A. Woods. Amazing series. I have the other ones in this series also. And then we have House of Whispers, originally by Neil Gaiman. This one is Also has writing from Nalo Hopkinson. This is amazing. I am halfway through this. Like I said, some of them I have not read all of them. We have the Power Night series by Keith Ann Jones, and something something I loved. This is The Search for Sadiqa, number 0. I can't wait till the rest of the series comes out because I absolutely loved the premise of this. I love the art, I love the story, and this is written by Greg Burnham. This is really great. I'm gonna do like a full review of The Search for Sadiqa also. Okay, so that's my video for today. This is going out to you guys on Valentine's Day, so I hope everybody who celebrates Valentine's Day has a great Valentine's Day and has a great weekend. I have a long weekend. Well, I hope everybody has a great weekend also. It's gonna be a long weekend if you're in the US because it's President's Day, which is a holiday. Thanks for visiting my channel once again, and I hope you all join in on the Blackathon for Black History Month as well. Day 1 is Mirror Image, which is a cover